Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me again today. Now, I still haven't got any makeup on because I'm working my way through all these new purchases that I got from Charlotte Tilbury because I went a little bit mad on the Christmas makeup, which is silly really because I won't have anything to ask Santa for, will I? But anyway, I couldn't help but see this. This is a little set that's out for Christmas, and it's called Easy Smokey Eyes to Hypnotise. It's got one black colour chameleon in, and it's got a new shade of colour chameleon, which is called Cosmic Gold. And you know, I love my colour chameleons. I use them a lot as bases for my eyes. So I couldn't resist getting this because I also wanted to do some comparisons and see how similar this was, if at all, to the other new colour chameleon in Pillow Talk, and also see if it's similar in any way, the gold one that is, to the colour chameleon that she released in last year's advent calendar, which was called Copper Lights. So I'm going to look at that. Now, before I start, she did actually bring out a black colour chameleon, and I'm going to talk about that. She has brought this out before, and I will talk about that in this video. But let's get on with this first impression. Okay, so this is a really good little stocking filler, or a nice present for friends when you're on a bit of a budget, because it's £22, comes in this lovely packaging, and I think this is a really nice gift idea. Now, what it is there's two colour chameleons, as I said, one in black and one in gold. So I'm just going to swatch you the colours here on the back of my hand. So this is the gold one. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I've been doing swatches this afternoon, so ignore the rest of my hand. I need to go and wash them off. But today is my makeup playtime. And then the black, which is a matte black. Now, I've got some things to say about this matte black pencil in a minute. As you can see, very, very creamy. But first of all, I definitely want to say something very important. Okay, the safety warning of the week is that colour chameleons are not designed to be put in the upper or lower waterline. Do not put any colour chameleons in the upper or lower waterline. There is something in the formula that means you're really not supposed to. It's not good for the eyes. Now, the reason I'm highlighting that here is probably when you get this, most people aren't going to be tempted to put that in their waterline. But now you've got this matte black, a lot of people might think, great, I'll line my eyes with it, which of course you can do on the top, but do not start putting it in your waterline. Now, she does have a warning on the box, but it's in small print at the bottom. And I do think this needs to be made a bit clearer because not everyone is aware, and they certainly won't be aware when they're getting a matte black. They'll be thinking, aha, I can line my eyes and therefore I can put it in my waterline. No, no, no. Okay, that's my safety warning over. Do not put any of these in your waterline. Okay, I've got rid of my tell everyone off voice now. And we're going to look at this now. As I said, she brought out a black. And I will put swatches of this up at the end for you to look at, so you can see it closer up. She brought out a matte black like this years ago. And I actually got it. I got it in one of the, you know, the magic boxes or whatever, where you kind of don't know what you're getting. And it came in there, and I think she'd put it in, you could buy it before, but it hadn't really sold very well. So there's some pluses and minuses about this black that I want to talk about. First of all, as you know, you shouldn't put it in your waterline. Secondly, it's a great little liner because it's very, very creamy. And, you know, look how easy that is. But it does have its setbacks in that if you start using this to smoke out your socket, for example, it doesn't blend quite as well as the shimmery ones. It will blend so far and then it will start getting stuck to the skin. So I tested this out yesterday and I put some in my socket and it would blend so far and then it started to look patchy. So it's great for putting lining underneath or over the top, but not the waterline. But when you start using it as a shadow, it doesn't behave itself quite as well. Now, what you could do is start off by using this, say, in the socket, and then put a powder over the top, and then use the powder to help you blend it in. But you will find that it will only work so far. Can you see that? Before it basically just starts looking a bit patchy. So if you're thinking of putting it in your socket, just be very careful and really blend. Put a little bit and then blend. Put another little bit, then blend. Don't go in with a great big line and then think you can blend it out, because it just won't work. Okay, but very good at lining the eyes. Now, I think this little set, that aside, would be very good for hoodies, because you've got the gold that's going to really brighten up the mobile lid area, and then you've got the black that you can actually put in the corner and really kind of throw some shadow on the hood of your eye, and then obviously really good as a black liner. So it's a great little set. Say if you're going to work and you've got to get ready, like at work, to go to a Christmas do, I can see that this is a great little set. But now I'm going to do kind of swatch comparisons with this gold and other colour chameleons that come out. And I haven't actually done this yet, so I'm interested to see this myself. All right, so first of all, I'm going to get out Pillow Talk, and I'm going to put, let's just put this one first on my arm. So this one is called, this one that's in this set is called Cosmic Gold. And I would say that this reminds me quite a bit of Bet. If you're looking at equivalent eyes to mesmerize. Very pretty and very pigmented. Beautiful. Okay, a little bit on the dark side for a gold, but I still think it's very pretty. Now, just for comparison's sake, if you're thinking, do I want that or do I want to get the set with Pillow Talk in? I'm just going to swatch Pillow Talk underneath it so that you can get an idea. And by the way, I already need to sharpen my Pillow Talk Colour Chameleon because I've been using it so much since I got it. There's Pillow Talk. So you can see that's kind of your, if you were looking at the equivalents in Eyes to Mesmerize, the cream formula, that's your rose gold and that's your Bet. Okay, now I'm going to go into my little box of colour chameleons that I've got in this kind of lunch boxy thing and find the one from last year, the Copper Lights. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the colour chameleon that was in last year's advent calendar. Now, I didn't get last year's advent calendar, but I got to give a big shout out because I'd forgotten who it was and she reminded me. A big shout out to Ali Stevens, who did me a great favour last year and sent me a link and said, Ali, go get it. It's on eBay. And I was able to get this on eBay. So thank you once again, Ali Stevens. How could I forget it was another Ali? I don't know. There you go. So you know how bad I am at names. So thank you again, Ali Stevens. So she sent me the link to get this on eBay. And I went and bought this. And this is called Copper Lights. So I am going to swatch this below. And I did think it looked quite similar to Copper Lights. And as you can see, it does. Let me just show you. But it's kind of a little bit more. Do you know what I would say? It's more, look at me with all my swatches. It's more kind of star gold, Copper Lights. And this is more Bet, if we're looking at equivalents. So that's kind of the equivalent of Bet in Eyes to Mesmerize. This is more the equivalent of rose gold, slightly lighter. And this is more the equivalent of star gold. It's more of a yellow gold. This is more of a coppery, browny, not coppery, bronzy gold. Can you see that? Now, I don't think there are any other colour chameleons that will come close to it. I'm just going to have a quick look. We've got here, we have got, which one is this? Champagne Diamonds. Champagne Diamonds is not going to be, that is a lot lighter. So I'm just going to show you Champagne Diamonds. And again, I need to sharpen this pencil. I need to go through and sharpen them all. This one's a lot lighter and a lot more glittery. Okay, that's Champagne Diamonds. And then I'm going to just get the other ones and show you. Okay, now I've got a lot of colour chameleons, and some of them are green and some of them are purple. So there's no point doing swatch comparisons of those. But the other one that could be close to is Amber Haze. Now, Amber Haze is here. And actually, Amber Haze is a lot darker, as you can see. Okay, so Amber Haze is that one there. And then the last one is kind of a little bit more maroony brown, but it's still on the brown spectrum. So just for comparison's sake, I'm going to swatch you Bronze Garnet, which is here. And I'm panicking a bit because I also have Dark Pearl, but I know I bought a new one and I can't find it in the box, only my very old one. But I will just swatch you that one. It's not really on the brown spectrum, it's more grey, and it looks absolutely stunning on the, if you've got brown eyes. She's such a genius. I would never, every time I do talk about this colour chameleon, I say, I would never ever have bought this or thought it would look good on my eyes if it wasn't for the fact that she said this looks good on brown eyes. And boy, does it look good on brown eyes. So that's all of them. I am going to take a photograph of all of those with the names underneath, and I will put them here. Okay, so I'm going to finish off doing a really quick look. Okay, bearing in mind I've got no foundation on, but just to show you how easy it is. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you, because I keep all old things, even though I would not use this anymore because it's too old. But just for swatch comparison purposes, in case she ever brings something similar out. And this is her old black matte colour chameleon, and she called it Bewitching Black. So let's just swatch this here. I'm running out of swatch room. Obviously it's old, so it's not going to look quite as, yeah, it feels quite sort of rubbery. Okay, and then you'll see this obviously, which is basically what it looked like 4 years ago when it came out. It's the same thing. So she called it Bewitching Black, and it is now called Black Smoulder. So I'm going to show you how I would do a really quick look. So I'm just going to, I'm not using the old one. This is the new one, Black Smoulder. And I'm just going to do it on one eye so you can see. So if you're in a rush and you're going out, you can do a quick line like this and perhaps take it up into the corner. I'll just take a bit of that. I'm not going to go up in the socket because I cannot blend it very well. But I'll just put a bit more in that corner there, like that. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers, like so. And there. And then I will take this Cosmic Gold and show you how you can do a really quick, effortless look. It's probably not going to be super polished, but it doesn't matter too much. There. Do you see what I mean? And then you can put some of this on the inner part of the eye, not inside, as I say, not on the waterline, but you could put some there, and you could probably pop some there and there, and then you've got a kind of quick look. Now what I will show you what I mean is if I start taking this up here, which is what I was doing yesterday, like that, I'm just going to dot it a little bit. You'll see it just doesn't want to, it starts sticking to the skin and it doesn't want to blend, which is why I've avoided it. But if you put a powder over the top of that, you can kind of, gone back in with the wrong one, you can kind of cover up where it's looking a bit patchy. So if you've got another darker powder eyeshadow, that's probably going to work. But you're going to get a little bit frustrated with the black if you start using it as an eyeshadow for this reason, because you just cannot blend it. Look, it just doesn't want to blend out very easily, not like the gold one. But, and also what I would say is definitely blend this one. If you are using it as an eyeshadow, blend it as soon as you put it on. Don't give it any drying time. Okay, now you can see it's sort of looking a bit patchy. But this one, the gold one, is beautiful. And I think it will allow you to do a really easy, lovely, beautiful eyeliner that is so easy to get on quickly. And once it sets, it ain't going anywhere. So that is my review of the Easy Smoky Eyes to Hypnotise. I think this is a really lovely present idea. £22 for a friend that you've got that likes Charlotte Tilbury. I think it's really good that they've got a variety of, you know, a lot of the time with Charlotte Tilbury in the past, some of the kind of £20 variety gifts didn't look that impressive. But actually, I think this is a really good one to give a friend of yours or as a stocking filler. I think it would be really great. So that is my review for Easy Smoky Eyes to Hypnotise. Now, stay tuned. I'm finally going to put on some makeup later on because next up, I'm going to be doing the new instant look in a palette, and I've forgotten the name of it. It's Sunrise something or other, but it's a new instant look in a palette that she's brought out for Christmas. That was available at Nordstrom. I remembered it this time. So do come back and join me. I'll probably put this one out tomorrow. I'll film it this evening and then I'll put it out tomorrow. So Monday it should be out. Take care, and then afterwards I'm going to come back and do a review of all of the little gifts and tell you which ones I think are well worth the money and which ones you could probably pass on if you don't want to run into problems with your bank manager like me. All right, see you all soon. Take care. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Mwah!